Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining, especially if you're where I am. It is pretty early. So if you're here live, welcome and thank you. And we'll get started in a seat. So, whatever that looks like for you, I would recommend sitting on something. So, whether that's a pillow, rolled up blanket, just taking a moment to arrive in your space. Any last little wiggles to get yourself comfortable. And then once you arrive, just start to soften your gaze, or maybe you even close your eyes if that feels okay. Just starting to soften the amount of focus that you're putting on the outside world. Bringing your awareness to your inner world. Bringing your awareness specifically onto your breath. Without changing anything, just notice the way that it moves and the way that it feels in your body. And the breath is really it's a sacred gift, a sacred tool that we have to anchor us to the present, to our experience as it's happening right now. So always coming back to the breath. And then keeping your awareness with your breath, just start to do a little body scan. So starting with whatever's rooted into the earth. So maybe your sitting bones or your legs. And just slowly start to investigate and move your awareness up your body. Inviting a sense of ease and a sense of softness to your being, working to create more space. And it likely won't look like anything on the outside, but maybe you can just feel some subtle shifts on the inside. And eventually bringing your awareness up to your head, to your crown, softening your jaw, maybe opening and closing your mouth, paying special attention to the outer edges of your eyes, seeing if you can relax them just a little bit more, bring a little bit more softness to the space between your eyebrows. Continuing to notice the breath. And if any heavy exhales want to come out, feel free to open your mouth and just sigh them out, let them go. And we'll start to find some simple movements. So I'd invite you to keep your eyes closed, keeping your experience inside for as long as you can. And when you feel ready, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathing into your neck. And then continuing, we'll go in a circle. So drawing your chin towards your chest. And then eventually left ear to left shoulder. Going however slow you'd like, and maybe there are spots you want to stop along the way. And then if it feels okay, allowing your crown to fall back, opening up through your throat. And eventually making your way back to your right ear. We'll do that one more time in this direction. So again, just going however slow or fast, moving at your own pace. And it's pretty early, so be mindful of how your body wants to open and how it wants to move. And then when you've completed your second circle, just reverse directions ever so gently, going the opposite way. Just see how interesting your breath can make this movement. What can you find? What little spaces of your body have you maybe not paid attention to for a while maybe? Just sending some love. Eventually, when you've completed your circles with your neck, bring your neck back to center. And inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Release right palm to the earth beside you. Inhale to lengthen your left arm up. And then as you exhale, bend over to the right. Keeping your sitting bones evenly anchored into the earth. And then inhale, reach both arms back to center. Release left hand to earth. Inhale, lengthen right arm up to the sky. And exhale, bend over to the left. Breathing here. Inhale, reach both arms back to the sky. This time, bend your left elbow, grab your left elbow with right hand, and draw your elbow back and down. Not being aggressive or forcing it, but just a little help to feel the stretch through your tricep. Keeping your core tight and engaged, so your ribs are knitted in together. With your next inhale, keep the grip and then just take a little bend over to the right. Breathing deep. Inhale yourself back to center. Reach both arms up to the sky. This time release right elbow. Grab right elbow with left hand. And then just a little tug, pulling it back and down. Tug is probably not the right word. Be more gentle than a tug. Breathing here. Inhale, lengthen up once more, and then keeping the grip, just a small bend over to the left. Again, keeping both of your sitting bones evenly anchored to the earth. And inhale yourself back to center, both arms reach up once more. And as you exhale, release your palms behind your back, interlace your fingers. Try to keep your palms together, so if that means that your elbows should be bent or need to be bent, that's totally fine. Just trying not to hyperextend our elbows. So as you have the grip with your hands, inhale and draw your knuckles down and reach your heart towards the sky. Stay here and breathe. Release the grip of your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead once more. And then exhale, release palms in front of you, plant them on the earth, and then come onto all fours, tabletop position. Pressing your palms into the earth, spreading fingertips wide. Your hips stacked over your knees and your shoulders will be stacked over your wrists. And just start here with some simple cat-cow movements. So as you inhale, let the belly drop and the gaze lifts. And then exhale, round the spine, curl your back, and draw your chin towards your chest. Few more rounds of breath. Moving through cat-cow, moving at your own pace. Again, it's early, so just really honoring the way in which your body wants to move. So if there are any intuitive motions you want to take, please take them. Maybe rolling the hips, or maybe just moving super slow and using your breath to start to wake up your body. Just really starting to tap into the wisdom that our physical beings hold for us. Good. And eventually settling into stillness with a neutral spine. So come into a neutral tabletop. Step your left foot back, coming onto the ball of your left toe. And start to shift your weight forward and back. Moving slow. Just starting to open up through the back of the left leg. And feeling the stretch in your toes. Continuing to breathe. And kickstand your right foot out to the right. Come onto the edge of your left foot. And then as you inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky, opening up to the left. Pressing your left foot into the earth, pressing your right hand into the earth, lifting up out of your shoulder. You can stay here, or if you'd like to draw your bicep alongside your ear, bringing your palm towards the earth, lengthening through your left side. Breathing here. One more breath in. And as you exhale, sweep left palm to earth, come back to a neutral tabletop. And then bring your right foot behind you, coming onto the ball of your right foot, slowly shifting your weight forward and back. Opening up your right leg, feeling into your toes. Slight protraction in the shoulders as well, so little dome in the upper back. So you're pressing the floor away with your hands. And then come into stillness, kickstand your left foot out to the left, come onto the edge of your right foot, and as you inhale, sweep your right arm open and up, opening up to the right side. Breathing here. And then if you'd like to draw your right bicep along your ear, drawing your palm towards the earth, getting this nice stretch all the way from your right outer edge of your foot to your right fingertips, all along your right side body. One more inhale here. And exhale, sweep right hand to earth, come back to neutral tabletop. Find one round of cat-cow. So as you inhale, let the belly drop and the gaze lifts. Exhale as you press the floor away, round the spine, draw chin towards chest. Inhale back to neutral. Tuck your toes if they're not already tucked. And then send your hips up and back, coming into a downward facing dog. Taking a few moments here at the beginning of the pose to find any movements that you need to start to wake up the body a little bit more. Just being mindful and super gentle Maybe bending one leg while you straighten the other. Maybe rocking your hips from side to side. Continuing to breathe wherever you are, whatever movements you're taking. Let your head hang heavy, so no tension in your neck. And then eventually come into stillness. So pressing the floor away with your hands, palms active, fingers spread wide, shoulders draw up, back, and down so they roll away from your ears, down your back, broadening your upper back. And your tailbone lengthens and reaches towards the sky. And you might keep your knees bent. And with an inhale, slowly bring yourself forward to plank. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll do that twice more, so as you inhale, come into plank. And exhale, press back, downward dog. Once more, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And start to shift your gaze forward to the top of your mat. Slowly making your way to the top of your mat, taking however many steps, going however slow you'd like. Once you arrive, using an inhale to find a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, release your hands, release your head, fold in. And we'll do that twice, moving breath to movement. Inhale as you lengthen and lift. And exhale, forward fold, neck release. Once more, inhale, lengthen crown to tailbone. And exhale, fold in. This time as you fold, we'll stay. So maybe widen your feet just for a little bit more stability. Let your head hang heavy. You can keep your knees bent as much as you'd like. Maybe finding ragdoll, grabbing for opposite elbows. Maybe hooking your arms around your legs, pulling your chest towards your thigh. Wherever you are, breathing, and let your breath cycles open up your body. Slowly, slowly. Release any grip that you have, and then slowly start to roll yourself up to standing. Your head will come up last. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms meet. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Just staying here for a breath or two, maybe closing your eyes, feeling into your feet. This is the first time we've been standing all practice. So just noticing your feet as they root into the earth, lifting up out of your joints, feeling strong. And we'll move through a few rounds of sun salutations. The first one will take a little bit slower, and then we'll start to move one breath to movement. And just know whatever I say is a suggestion. So if you want to up level, if you have your own practice and want to move into any different variations, or if you want to just take it a little bit chiller and move slow, you know, you do you. It's early. I don't know how many times I'll say that, but just be mindful of what your body needs. So bringing your feet together, rooting into the earth. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips and find a forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Then exhale, plant your palms. We'll step back to plank pose. Stay for the inhale in plank. And then for this first one, as you exhale, bend your elbows lower all the way to the earth. Untuck your toes, press tops of feet into the earth as you inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your heart, cobra. And exhale, release your forehead to the earth. Inhale, come up through all fours or plank. And then exhale as you send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Finding a few breaths in downward facing dog. Making sure your head is releasing towards the earth so there's no tension in your neck. Start to think about coming to the top of your mat. So however you want to get there, you can step, hop, take however many walks you want with your feet. But start to make your way to the top of the mat. And as you inhale, find a halfway lift with your spine. And exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale as you press into your feet, reach your arms all the way up overhead, stand tall. And exhale, release hands to heart center and by your side. We'll move a little bit quicker here. If you want to continue lowering all the way down to the earth and moving through cobra to up dog, that's one option. You can also go halfway for chaturanga and then an upward facing dog. Just if you're doing that, be mindful that it's two poses and you're pausing and you're not jumping back with straight arms. So as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale to find a forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lift your heart. Exhale, plant palms, step back to plank, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale as your hips pull back, downward facing dog. You can also skip the vinyasa and just come straight to downward facing dog. That's a great option as well. Also knowing that child's pose is available anytime. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. So just shift your gaze forward. With your exhale, come to the top of your mat. Inhale to find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold in. Inhale as you press into your feet, rise all the way up, arms reach overhead. And exhale, draw hands through heart center and release them by your side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant palms, step back, move through your vinyasa. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale as your hips pull back, downward facing dog. Breathing here, 3 deep, mindful breaths. Lengthening your tailbone towards the sky. Start to shift your gaze forward. With your next exhale, make your way to the top of the mat, whatever that looks like for you. And inhale, you'll find a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you press into your feet, rise all the way up, arms reach. And exhale, release your hands by your side. We'll take 2 more like that. I'll talk a little bit less so you can get more into just the flow of your breath and your own practice in meditation. So inhale, arms sweep. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Breathe in here. Looking forward with your exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. And exhale, release your hands. One more like that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back, lift your heart. Exhale, plank to chaturanga or the earth. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, shine your shine. And exhale, hips pull back, downward facing dog. Breathe in here. And start to shift your gaze forward with your exhale. Make your way to the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift when you arrive. And exhale to fold in. As you inhale, sweep arms up overhead once more. Reach up, get tall. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Just staying here for a moment. Feeling the heat that you've built. Feeling the pulse of your energy. Release your hands, blinking your eyes open. Inhale as you sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, step your left foot back and soften your back knee onto the earth. So you're coming into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana, as your arms sweep up overhead. Breathing here. And release your hands to the earth. Inhale to find a long spine. This might be a good place for blocks if you have them. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg, send your hips back, half splits. As you inhale, come forward to a low lunge. And exhale, half split. So moving through this with your own breath. You can also not move and just stay in any one of these poses or anywhere along the way. Just continuing to breathe and to explore. And then next time you come into a low lunge, or if you're just hanging out in half splits, bring yourself to a low lunge. And then walk your right foot out to the right. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot. Runner's lunge. And we'll have a few breaths here to explore. So any variation that you'd like to take. Maybe drop onto your forearms. Or you widen your right foot, widen your right knee, sink into your hips. You can even start to bend this back leg and reach your right arm around, grabbing for your foot, finding a quad stretch. But wherever you are, you're breathing and you're listening to how your body wants to move. And slowly release any bind that you have. Start to wiggle your right foot back to the center of the mat. Press into the ball of your back foot coming off of your knee. And then just step your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, step your right foot back. Soften your right knee to the earth. And inhale, arms sweep up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Shoulders roll away from your ears, down your back. Just one more breath here, lengthen up. And then exhale, release your palms to the earth. Inhale here as you pull your heart through your shoulders. And then exhale, draw your hip back as you straighten your left leg. Inhale brings you back to low lunge. And exhale, half splits. So again, few breaths here. Moving or staying, however you'd like. Just starting. If you're in a half split, keeping your spine long, and your toes flexed and active. One more full breath cycle. And then as you inhale, find yourself in a low lunge if you're not already there. Wiggle your left foot out to the left. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Runner's lunge. And then a few breaths here to explore. So you'd like to drop onto your forearms or widen your left knee, opening up. Just being mindful of how you're moving. And notice how your movements change in your body. And maybe this side looks and feels totally different than the other side. Or looks and feels totally different than what it did yesterday. And if you'd like, you can bend into your back knee, reach your left arm around, grabbing for the foot, finding a quad stretch. Just making sure you're not putting weight on the top of your right knee. So you're kind of laying on your thigh, the bottom of your right thigh. You can always double up your mat as well. Should have said that earlier. And then release the grip if you have it. Start to walk your left foot back to the center of your mat. Press into the ball of your back toe to lift your knee. And then step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale as you halfway lift. And exhale, fold into yourself. Last time, inhale as you sweep all the way up, nice, tall and strong. Reach up to the sky. And exhale, release your hands by your side. And then nothing fancy here. We're just going to come on down to our seats. And then eventually making your way onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Rocking from side to side. That feels okay. And then release the soles of your feet to the earth. Finding figure 4. So bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. And then draw your left knee in towards your chest. And using your hands, grab some part of your left leg so you can help yourself pull your knee in towards your chest. So it might be around your left thigh or your knee or your shin. Whatever your proportions allow. And just breathing here, making sure your back is pressing against the earth all the way from your sacrum to your skull. So no rounding in the spine. And then release your left foot to the earth. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh, eagle legs. And let your knees fall to the left, finding a supine twist, opening your right arm to a T or a cactus. Breathing here. And then bring your knees back to center. Unravel your legs, soles of your feet to the earth. Left ankle crosses over right knee, finding figure 4 on the opposite side. Draw your right knee into your chest, and then using your hands on any part of your right leg, continue to help your right knee move towards your chest. Keeping both feet flexed and active. And release your right foot to the earth. Cross your left thigh over right thigh, eagle legs. And then let your knees fall to the right, opening up your left arm to a cactus or a T. And not forcing your knees to the earth, just kind of letting gravity and your breath slowly open your body. Bringing your knees back to center, unravel. And then gather both of your knees in your chest one last time. Apanasana, squeeze everything in. And release soles of feet to earth. Walk your feet wide, let your knees fall together. And we are not going to take traditional Shavasana. We'll do just a few minutes of breath work sitting upright. So when you feel ready, ever so slowly, just roll yourself onto whatever side feels comfortable. And I invite you to keep your eyes closed if you can. And then make your way to a comfortable seat. And if you have something to sit on, to elevate your hips, now is a good time to grab it. And the type of breath that we're going to do is Nadi Shodhana Pranayam. It's also known as channel cleansing breath and also alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to breathe in one nostril and out the other, and then in the other and out the one we started. And I'll go through a few rounds together. And typically we'll use our hand to plug the right and left nostril, so we'll use a specific mudra. But instead of that, I find especially during allergy season and springtime, if you're plugging your nose, sometimes it's really hard to breathe, and that affects the practice that you're doing and affects the quality with which your mind can kind of relax. So instead of struggling for breath, we're just going to use our awareness to follow the pathway from the right to the left, left to the right. So when you're ready, just close your eyes. We'll take a deep breath together through both nostrils. So inhale, fill up. And exhale out both nostrils. And we'll start with the right. So as you inhale, breathe your awareness in through the right nostril. 2, 3, 4 to the space right between your eyebrow. And then exhale through your left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, continuing now on your own with your own count. Next time you find yourself exhaling out of your left nostril, breathe in to both nostrils, and then exhale both nostrils. Let the breath go. And then just sit and notice any shifts that might have taken place in your body and your mind. I invite you to bring your palms together in front of your heart space, Anjali Mudra. Using our practice as a tool for when we step off the mat, we hopefully can remember to move slow and from a place of centeredness. If we ever lose our way, maybe knowing the first step is to just come back to the breath and come back to what's true right now. You know, there's a lot of heaviness happening. You're just always coming back to what's present within you. Let's take one round of breath together to honor our time and honor your practice. Inhale, deep breath, fill up. And exhale as you open your mouth and let it go. Slowly blinking your eyes open, taking in your external world. Maybe the sun is just coming up. So thank you all for joining. My name's Meg, and yeah, I hope you have a great day, and just remember to move slow and move from your core and your heart. Much love.